I wanted to share with you all a little bit about my journey before I go into asking for your help to support this amazing journey that my sister Nora and I started together. So 10 years ago, my parents had to make a decision about the business they had for many years here in Punta Gorda, in Roatan. And in 2011, the people who were renting it decided to give it up. So at that time, that was the same summer that I graduated from college. And so, you know, my sisters and I were older, so my parents included us in the decision making of, so what's our next move? Now, my sister Nora is the one who said, well, we could run it. I could go to Roatan for a couple of months and you know, find a manager and see. The first couple of years we ended up just running the bar and the restaurant. We didn't find a manager. So about 2 years into the journey, my sister and I were like, it's getting kind of boring. Like, more than boring, it's not fulfilling. And we noticed that so many people who would come to the restaurant would ask, who are Garifuna people? So we started asking questions to our elders. We started talking more with our friends and their parents and their family from the mainland of Honduras, and really asking questions to other Garifuna people from Belize, from Nicaragua, from Guatemala, to compare notes and reading books. We just got into this, like, for an entire year, we were just obsessed with finding out more about who we are as Garifuna people. The thought of the cultural center still wasn't in our head until one day we had a group of visitors coming. One of the women in the group were like, you know something? This is like a cultural center. And as soon as she said that, Nora and I were like, that's the answer we were looking for. That's the guidance we were looking for. And at that very moment is when we made the decision to convert the business from a bar, a restaurant, to a cultural center. It was really tough. It was really tough. There were times where my sister and I were like, man, forget this. Like, I'm going back to New York. Like, what can we do to affect change? Now that things are settling down and we're growing slow and steady, it's really time to focus on our mission. It's my burning desire as well, which is the cultural preservation programs and the empowerment program. So the idea of creating our first official folkloric dance group came in. We are going to build and nurture Garifuna culture ambassadors. It's time for us to duplicate the amount of people in our community who can tell our story. Our story, our Garifuna story, is a victory in Black history. And that's the narrative that I want to spread in my community. Now, here's the other side of it. It's great to know about yourself and it's great to spread the knowledge, but there's one thing missing: empowerment. Honduras in general, and many of the other countries in Central America that our people are at, Belize, Guatemala, Nicaragua, what we have is a lack of opportunity. So I am a student and a firm believer of personal development, and that is what I'm bringing to the table, is implementing empowerment programs that the local community can take advantage of. Not just my Garifuna people, but everyone in Roatan who's around and wants to participate, you are invited. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you to all of you, to everyone who's been keeping up with our journey. Thank you so much. And to those of you who are just now getting to know the Cultural Center and myself, I encourage you to follow, like, comment, and share. That is the best help we can receive, is word of mouth.